You could say our team is trying to solve underwater mysteries and understand what's happening in the oceans. And we use an underwater lab to do that. My name is Jessica. I work with the Howe Sound Research and Conservation team, and we do coastal ecology and biodiversity science. Since we have a long team name, our nickname right now is Ocean CSI. Our team has been monitoring in Howe Sound for almost 40 years, and we're quite proud of that. We're one of the longest running monitoring programs in the area. We're out on the water and underwater every week, which is really a wonderful thing. There's not very many programs where you can have a field presence year-round underwater as much as we are. So today we'll be heading out to do some research on one of the glass sponge reefs in Howe Sound, where the habitats are difficult to get to. There's animals that can be a little bit elusive, and so the more we can incorporate different technologies to help us understand what's going on there, the better science and the better information we can get.
So this is the sonde that we are putting in the ocean today. And if I can get this open, there we go. In here that I'm unscrewing, we have some sensors that help us to understand what's happening in the ocean. They each measure something different. So we got one for turbidity, we got some measure temperature, pH, oxygen. And because we have this in the water and we already have one down there, we can have a constant data set and know what's happening in the oceans.
We think of glass sponges as the dinosaurs of the planet because we thought they were extinct about 40 million years ago. But one of the mysteries about them is we don't really have a good sense of how old they are or how old they can be. We assume that they're very old, but it's one of the mysteries we're still trying to figure out. Glass sponges form a number of different functions in the ecosystem. One of them is filtering seawater, so they filter collectively huge amounts of seawater every day and take things like bacteria out of the water column. And they're also a carbon sink. So in the era of climate change, we're often thinking about what kinds of things can store carbon and keep it out of the atmosphere.
As the name suggests, they are made of glass. So silica is their main component. If you touch them, you're basically touching shards of glass. So they can be damaged quite easily. If a fishing line were to come through or a downrigger, it could break the whole system. And glass sponges are important because they provide habitat for many different species.
We do a lot of things that are scuba based, they're diving based, but at the same time, it's good to be able to use new techniques that allow us to observe animals for longer periods of time than you would be able to watch them as an individual. So we sort of are underwater sleuths looking at all the different angles of the sponge reefs.
Protecting the reefs in Howe Sound was really a community effort, and a lot of different people contributed. As a result of the community's work on this together, we now have 11 protected glass sponge reefs in Howe Sound. I'm really proud of what we've done so far in Howe Sound and very excited about incorporating new technologies in the future to help inform conservation action.